Hey guys, AuspiciousSausie here and welcome to my newest Football Manager 2015 series. And as you can tell by the title, we are going to be Orlando City, probably my favorite team in America. I was never too interested in it. I had a New York Red Bulls series on FM 13, I think, which was quite fun. Obviously, managing the MLS is a little bit different to pretty much everywhere else with the whole draft system and the salary cap, but I am quite familiar with that because we have the same sort of system in Australia. Orlando City, brand new team. They don't start until the 2015 season, as you can see there, along with New York City. So it's going to be really interesting for those two teams to be implemented in. Obviously, Chivas are now disbanded as well, so it does mean that there will be 20 teams in the league, obviously 10 in each conference. And we'll go into that in a little bit more detail in a second. So yeah, we'll hurry up and advance here. I've kind of changed things up here a little bit. As you can see, given myself 20 defending and 20 working with youngsters, because I will need to be I will need to have some coaching attributes, because you kind of have limited coaches in the MLS. It was something I remember that happened. We could only get about 3 coaches, or 3 or 4 coaches, and an assistant manager. So yeah, thought that would help a little bit, and I think it will. So giving myself 11 motivating as well, and kind of lowered a couple of these as well to try and balance it out a little bit. So yeah, I think that's alright as far as my stats go. We'll confirm here, and we'll go into a little bit of detail about Orlando City. So virtually unknown manager in AuspiciousAussie. That's pretty cool. As you can see, I am starting in the 8th of July. So we're starting in July. The team isn't implemented in until February. I think that's when the league starts. So I've got a bit of time to address the squad, and it's a pretty bare squad at that. So we're going to attend the meeting here from our chairman. I'm just going to go over the usual jargon. And that was quite a quick one, actually. Yeah, I'll take a report. No thank you for the staff. Don't need reports either. And that'll do for there. So that was a lot shorter than it usually is. I'm going to end that. Choose Orlando captain. Obviously, we've got the mighty Kaká. Played for really, really good teams. Like, we'll go into his history and I'll show you, I suppose. AC Milan, started off at Sao Paulo, very good Brazilian team. AC Milan for quite a few years. 57 million to Real Madrid, playing with their Galacticos style of purchasing players. And then obviously went back to AC Milan on a free transfer, played out a whole season, quite impressive. And then obviously Orlando City re-signed him, and he played for Sao Paulo on loan up until the start, really, of the league here. So I think Kaká will definitely be our captain. He's got decent leadership. He's got a very experienced head on him as well, which I quite like. Donovan Ricketts, a player I am quite familiar with. Oh, he's so close to 100 caps there for Jamaica. Very good goalkeeper for the quality of MLS, but obviously at 37, he's not going to be around for very long. So I think he's a decent co-captain, so a vice-captain. Who else do we have really that can... no one there. I know Kugo as well, and Tally Hall. And we got Breck Shea. We've got some real good players. Of course, they actually had a Orlando City team playing in... I don't think it was the I think it was the USL, the United States League or something like that. USL Pro. I'll just advance that. What is this? Explain some of the D3 Eastern Conference's contract rules. What is the D3 Eastern? Is that for a backup for your under 23s or something like that? Must be. Oh no. Wow, look at that. It actually says that we're in the Eastern... Wow, we haven't actually been promoted yet. That's awesome. I really like that. That's quite cool. As you can see, we're not actually in the MLS yet. We're still in the D3 Eastern Conference, which I assume is the same, well, the equivalent of the USL Pro. Unless the USL Pro is something also. I don't know. Anyway, I'm rambling on a bit. Obviously, Kaká is our best player. He's definitely going to feature every game this season, barring injuries, of course. I'm just going to advance it a little bit here and start a transfer window. Foreign transfers only. That's interesting. So there we go. Real Salt Lake's Garcia. He actually looks like quite a player, to be honest. And he's Colombian. I think there's actually quite a high presence of Colombian players as it is. So that's interesting. We've got a reserve team, under 23 team, and obviously the academy, which I'll definitely be delving into. We'll skip that. I just want to hurry up and get into the team and try and go through it as much as I can. Alright, so we've got Donovan Ricketts. Tally Hall was another backup goalkeeper. I have used him before, or come across him before. Tyler Turner, decent little 18-year-old prospect for right back. Rafael Ramos, another little prospect who's also quite good. He is Portuguese though. I wonder if does he have a American nationality? No, he doesn't. Okie dokie. Aurelian Collin, I think he is American nationality. Yeah, he is. Obviously being French is his first nationality. He's a very good centre-back, so he'll definitely be starting for us in the centre of defence. And then we've got this guy, Akugo, who I am quite familiar with as well. I remember watching a game in the MLS last season. Yeah, I think he was playing for Philadelphia at the time. I remember watching him. He was actually quite good in that game. So, yeah, he can play midfield centre as well as the centre of defence. So that's quite good, nice versatile player, which is very important in the MLS because you obviously have a maximum squad size of, I think it's 27. I might be wrong there, and I think you can have 3 Generation Adidas players, which are like the youngster. Well, I think there's 15 Generation Adidas players that come in the draft each year, and you can sign them to special contracts and stuff like that. But I'm rambling on again. So Luke Bowden here, not too impressive, quite versatile though. Could be a decent left back, I suppose. Probably nothing more than that. Probably won't play in the midfield. We've got Eric Avila, who's a very good American prospect, right winger. A little bit disappointing that he's not an actual AMR, because I prefer to play with higher wingers than the right midfields. Who else do we have? Darwin Seren, El Salvador. It's interesting. Just a little midfielder. Probably will move him on. Doesn't look too good. Estrella, decent little prospect. Perhaps. He's Portuguese as well though, or Angolan, sorry. So probably might move him on. We've got Pedro Ribeiro. I think I'm just going to call him Ribeiro. He's not too good. Tony Casio, yeah, decent little right winger, American. Probably keep him around as a backup player. Christian Higuita, he is a Colombian player. I've heard of him before. I actually watched the first ever game between Orlando City and New York City. Pretty disappointing game in the end, 1-1 draw. Spoilers, of course. This guy's not a bad left winger. He's got some pace on him. Could be decent. Does he have nationality? No, he doesn't. Not yet. He's pretty close though, 2 seasons away. Trinidad and Tobago. Who was that? That was Molino. Adama Mbengi. Probably move him on. We've got Brack Shea, who for some reason is playing as a left back these days, which I found really weird. He'll definitely be starting on the left wing for us though. He's pretty amazing. He's got really good stats. Lewis Neal, quite old. We'll probably move him on. Does he have nationality? Well, he has nationality, so he might be good. We'll have to see about that. Could be a backup player. Martin Peterson, decent little striker there. He's got a little bit of pace on him as well. Quite like him actually. Carlos Rivas, another Colombian, very good prospect, 20 years old. Quite like that. I think he was actually at the club. Maybe not. I don't. I think he played maybe 1 season for them when they're actually still in the lower division before they signed like all these players. Kaka. Well, we may as well show Kaka one more time. Amazing stats. Really happy that I've actually got him in my team. We've got Danny and Wanger. Yeah, I'll probably move him on. Sorry, him on. He doesn't look too good. Who else do we have? Sile Lauren. 19-year-old Canadian striker. Yeah, we can keep him around. Does he have... No, he doesn't. Okay. I think he doesn't count as a national... like, as an American player, despite having Canadian teams in the league. We've got Brian Roches, who's also quite decent. Honduran. We'll have to... I've got quite a few players that I need to look at. I'm not sure if we'll, let all of them go, but I'll probably cut a few of them and maybe drop another couple to either the reserves or the under-23s. We'll see how we go. I'm not sure if we enter the draft. I don't think we would, actually. So yeah, that's that. I'm going to quickly jump into the club and we'll have a look at, the facilities and stuff. General, actually. Not too much to see here. We've got a fierce rivalry with no one. We've got rivals, or our other rivals, sorry, are Houston and Dallas, so that's pretty cool. Both Texan teams for some reason. We've got a derby versus Tampa Bay Rowdies, I think it's the I-4 derby, because they're both Florida teams. And that's another reason why I chose Orlando City. They're kind of my team in real life that I'm going to be going for in the MLS, so I thought may as well do a series with them as my Ajax series. Unfortunately had to end for stupid reasons, but anyway. Adrian Heath, I think he goes on ESPN FC on ESPN, obviously. And this guy, Miguel Gallardo. Wow, played quite a few seasons, actually. And if you look at that, the Austin Aztecs were formerly Orlando City. Well, are now Orlando City, I should say. Which is interesting, very interesting. That's obviously why they have the rivalries with Houston and Dallas. So that's kind of cool. We're going to the facilities now very quickly. I want to end this episode. It's going on for quite some time. I think, yeah, the first season we are actually in the Florida Citrus Bowl, which is the NFL stadium, which is really quite crazy. 65,000 all-seater stadium, which is massive. They get 10% of our gate receipts, which I think is quite fair, instead of actually paying rent, which I think is really good. They just take a little bit off the top of what we make. And I can't believe in their first game they actually filled out that whole stadium, 65,000 against New York. That was crazy. Hopefully we can do the same thing in real life, or sorry, in the game, as they did in real life. Synthetic surface, that's interesting. Corporate facilities, adequate training, impressive training facilities. I like that. Good youth facilities as well. Planned expansion due to move into the 19,500 capacity Orlando City Stadium right at the start of 2017, which is quite good. And then the junior coaching is average, as is the youth recruitment as well. So yeah, quite interesting. And of course we're in Orlando, Florida, like I mentioned. I think is that where Disney World is? I think it is. So yeah, that's quite good. So yeah, that's basically going to wrap this episode up, guys. We'll quickly go over the reserve team quickly. There might be a few players in here that look quite good. Well, have a look at this. Tommy Redding. He looks alright for a 17-year-old. Who else do we have? We'll get rid of this guy because he's probably crap. Yeah, he's quite shit, to be honest. Akil Barrett. Yeah. I'm going to have a look at these players in these, other teams that we have, and obviously assess them. So that's going to be the end of this episode, guys. Don't forget to tune in for episode 2, which will be pre-season, plus the first game of the MLS League season starting, of course. Hopefully it's against New York. I'm not sure who it'll be against. So yeah, hopefully you guys join me for that. And yeah, if you could drop a like, that'd be amazing. When I've started the 2 series for this game this year, all my fans and all new viewers have just absolutely smashed the like button. So if you could keep that trend going, guys, that'd be amazing. And yeah, subscribe also if you're a new viewer. And yeah, keep up to date with these episodes as they'll be coming out quite regularly. I really want to try and push these out because I'm quite fond of this team. So yeah, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Goodbye.